Well, I guess I'm back. Welcome back to the Blanksby Brief. My name is Miles, and I will be your host for this second episode. I hope you enjoyed the first one, and I'm back for more, so you better watch your tail. Today, we've got Jacob Elordi and Kendall Jenner alleged makeout. We've got Madonna at Coachella. Whew, my God, okay. Olivia Rodrigo new single along with Zara Larsson. We've got Kanye West drama. We've got Britney Spears drama. And then, of course, we have some more Timothée Chalamet to cover. So you better be ready for an amazing episode. Hit it. Jacob Elordi and Kendall Jenner. Alleged makeout at Coachella. Now, allegedly they were together during the festival and then at the after party all over each other. I have zero comments on this because they are both exceptionally attractive. And I love it when hot people date hot people. Yes, that is acceptable. It is okay. He is Jacob Elordi. She is Kendall Jenner. Jacob Elordi obviously has a special place in my heart. But they both... she is a Kardashian though. Jenner. I won't hold that against her. They are evenly matched, I believe. I'm happy with this. I'm curious to see where this goes. I don't see a long-term relationship coming out of this. However, we did have the Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet situation. So we know that these Jenner Kardashian species can interact with normal people. But my thing is, Jacob Elordi is also quite normal, I feel. You know, Brisbane private school boy. Oh, but maybe that's... well, yes, maybe actually they're perfect for each other. You've got the Brisbane private school, which is, you know, a different beast in its own right, with the Kardashian, which is, you know, definitely a different species. Maybe that does mesh well together. So we'll be following this story. Really curious to see how this turns out. Hallelujah. The rumors were true. Madonna popped out of the Coachella stage with Sabrina Carpenter. I got full body goosebumps. So I watched it at least 15 times. Each time more goosebumps, covering more of my body. I think we forget how iconic of a bitch Madonna is. That Coachella crowd did not appreciate the shit out of her as they should have. They were standing there with their films, with their cameras like clones, like army clones. It's like, that is the queen of prayer and she's down on her knees. She's gonna take you there. Like, that's Madonna. Like, like, oh. And these people, these Americans, are sitting there on their phones, hypnotized by, like, the entitlement of these Americans to get this insane music festival with Sabrina Carpenter and Madonna, and they're standing there, not dancing, not singing. It is disgraceful. It makes me sick to my stomach. Apart from that, amazing. No notes. Those girls ate it up on stage. They had a really good dynamic, I thought, those two. Both sort of short, you know, blonde, pop girls. I mean, obviously Madonna's in her own league. I love Sabrina Carpenter, but, you know, there is that discrepancy there. But I always love it when you see those older, you know, pop stars supporting the younger generation, especially the girls, yeah? Because they already have enough people working against them in the industry. You want those, you know, powerful figures to be helping you through this process. Now, a colleague at my university today said, Madonna, is she still around? You know, is she still doing that thing? Well, yes. And you know what I'm going to say? She's 63, maybe? Let her keep doing what she's doing. We let these geriatric male pop stars and rock stars, you know, hang like corpses on stage, rocking their guitars. It's like, no, you should be 6 feet under. You shouldn't be on stage. But then Madonna's only 63. God forbid she wants to keep singing and doing what she was born to do. If she's still making good music, if she's still getting up on that stage and not collapsing, then all power to her. Why are you hating on it's this thing against women, you know, it's this internalized misogyny of like, and ageism as well, is like, after a certain age, that's the cutoff, you know? But especially for, you know, the pop girls and stuff. I mean, but this chick, Madonna, has been doing this shit since before Sabrina Carpenter was born, before we were born. I think there's a bit of respect we need to have for them. And we hear a lot about respecting the male pop, you know, the Beatles. Here comes the sun. We get it, yeah? Hey Jude. Well, hey Jude, but bye Jude. 6 Feet Under. Love you, Paul McCartney. But Madonna, she's still doing it. I'm still impressed by her. Again, got the goosebumps. Let's let her keep doing what she's good at. I know she's a weird cat. I know she's weird. She's been hanging out with these famous people. But it really irks me when we start hating on these women, just because they've been doing it for a long time or just because we haven't heard their name for a while. We need to have a bit of respect in the same way we do for those men. Now, new Olivia Rodrigo single, Drop Dead. I don't mind this song. I do like it, and I think it proves that she's got such a specific sound about her. Now, she filmed this music video in the Palace of Versailles, rented out the entire Palace of Versailles. First time they've rented it out for a music video in years, decades, yeah? I am a fan of this song. Now, I'll read you some lyrics. One night I was bored in bed and stalked you on the internet. Most alive I've ever been, but kiss me and I might drop dead. I think it's cute. I think it's very crushy. It's very flirty. It goes with that new Pink vibe she's going for. Really shows that she's still got that space in the pop girl world. Really curious what this album's gonna look like. But really happy with this song. I think it's really good now. Tyler and Zara Larsson collab. Song is called She Did It Again. Very Afro beats, very easy and cool. Love this track. Now, Charli XCX is back in the headlines because she said, and I quote, "The dance floor is dead." Well, I'm sorry, Miss Lady. I love you, great music. But you cannot build your entire brand off something and then be like, well, actually, let's not. She wants to do rock music. Like, what the hell? Like, no. I'm not going to a Charli XCX concert to hear the, blah, 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 and, the ha, ha. Like, oh, come on, please. Like, Charli, I want the light and I will follow. Like, that's what I'm going there for, the pop. And she's made, the Brat thing was, the huge thing, and that was all dance floor based. I get. What I will say is, though, that a lot of girl pop stars, you see it in people like Madonna, is they have to reinvent themselves to stay relevant. I just don't know if this is the way for her to do that. Like people aren't going to see Charli XCX for a rock concert. Like, what is rock? I mean, I appreciate it. I think there's people, love rock sometimes. But pop is pop, and she's popular because she does pop, which is popular music. Love you, Charli. Don't go down this dark path. Police. Now, objectively, amazing news is that Kanye West, now known as Nazi, has been banned from the UK. So he was booked in to perform at the Wireless Festival, which is a sort of rap, cool, dance festival, music festival. He was headlining that. And obviously there was backlash, as we talked about last week. He is a Nazi, but he was just banned. His visa was revoked. He's not headlining the festival, and the festival has been cancelled as a result. I'm not smiling, but I'm smiling. And you know why. Moving on. Britney, back in rehab. I feel for her. Britney, I love you. She has been let down, and this irks me. Britney Spears, they always talk about it as Britney lost her mind. Britney shaved her head. Britney, hit the paparazzi with the umbrella. And she's gone crazy. Well, actually, allegedly, Jeffrey Epstein was testing lithium medicine on her for years and years. And this is in the Epstein files. This is actually confirmed. Is that she was subject to lithium testing over her pop star years. In addition, it's not her who went crazy. It wasn't her who went crazy. It was actually the men around her who put her in dangerous situations, who took control of her money, who took her away from her kids and made it out that she was the bad guy, that she needed help. And it makes me so sad to think she was all alone in that battle. Thank goodness she's not in that guardianship anymore. but she is struggling. So oh, sorry, I totally lost where I was. But she was pulled over for a DUI recently. Now, according to sources, her friends have pushed her to check into a rehab facility. She's back in rehab, unfortunately, and I'm really feeling for Brittany. She recently, though, reunited with her kids, and that looked really positive. It looked like a really positive interaction, and I'm really glad for her on that front. But back in rehab, and I feel so dreadful for her because this is not her fault. At the end of the day, this is external influences who have done this to her. You know, people greedy for that money, for that power. And I feel so bad because, you know, all she wanted to do was dance and sing. And then she couldn't do that. And then she couldn't see her kids. And then she's painted out to be the bad guy. I mean, irks me to the grave. Now, Ice Spice slapped. This was a big story this week. So, do you remember Ice Spice? She was a rapper, still is a rapper, allegedly. She did that song, you know, the Big Guy, the SpongeBob one, and then she did the one with Pink Panthers, the Boys a Layer. Ice Spice was in a California McDonald's earlier this month. Now, I'll show you this video, but she was just slapped randomly by this fan who came up to her. Watch and we'll talk. Right? So this fan just comes right up to her. They talk a little bit. There's a bit of confusion and just slaps the heck out of her. I am shocked by this video. I mean, this is such a... Allegedly, it was a fan. But if you're a fan, don't you just go up and say, hey, like, love your work, love your fro, can we grab a pic? You don't slap them, I fear. Like, I feel like that's not the go. Like, that's not how you're going to get them to say hi back or to get some sort of, like, meaning from that interaction. But yeah, so now Ice Spice is filing a lawsuit against this person. I think that's so fair. Like, this person's just come up to you. She's also suing McDonald's for sort of like negligence and having an unsafe area to eat your food in. But I'm really curious to see where this goes. Ice Spice, I feel sorry for you. And I hope you find safety, find comfort. Know we are on your side. Now, Meghan Trainor has cancelled her tour. So the Get In Girl tour was scheduled for later this year, so it's starting in about a month. She has cancelled it, alleging that she needs to spend more time with her family. I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying is that is such a typical excuse. Not excuse, excuse. When Jennifer Lopez had 0 ticket sales and no one was going to buy her tickets, I really need to spend time with my family. Which family, first of all? Like, is it the Afflecks? I don't know. I don't know what the situation... Oh, J-Lo, anyway. But she's cancelled her tour, alleging that she needs to spend more time with her family. But people were on Ticketmaster and were saying that the tickets were going for $15, as low as $15, because no one was buying them. Allegedly. All I'm saying, Meghan, is there's no shame. There's no shame in low ticket sales. We need to stop the stigma. It's hard. You know, the music business is hard. And I feel bad for her. All I'm saying is she hasn't given us a hit in years. She had Made You Look. I could have my Gucci on. We get it. From there, you know, it's all cascaded. She was a bit of a one-hit wonder, a bit of a stage 1 pop girl. And I don't like talking about this, but I think it's important because you build your whole brand around body positivity, around loving your body. You know, I'm all about that bass. I love that. And, you know, that was a time where that was huge and that was so important. But then you go on Ozempic, and this is not alleged, this is true, she's confirmed this. Go on Ozempic and rebrand into, well, actually, this is how I am, and actually... because it kind of voids out the entire argument of body positivity and loving your body if you intentionally change your body. And then what are you telling your fan base, which is, you know, young girls? Well, I'm all about that base, but when it comes to me, actually no, because, you know, blah, blah, blah. It irks me, and I've got to say, she's got Ozempic face. All these celebrities have Ozempic face. It drains you. You look like a ghoul, a ghoul. You know, like, oh, it's dreadful. Megan, I'm sorry. You haven't had a hit in ages. I feel bad for you, but then I don't. You need to either give us a hit or just hit the sack. Go take care of your kids. Your spy kid's husband. We don't really need any more of that. Now, well, first I'm going to talk about Addison Rae bringing out Olivia Rodrigo at Coachella. Love, great, amazing. Justin Bieber did it again. Oh, God help us. Everyone loves it, and I love that for them. If you're a Justin fan, if you're a believer, I get this. You loved it. People were watching, live streaming. I get it. But I argued this last week. I'm not going to go into it again. It irks me. But he brought out Billie Eilish for One Less Lonely Girl in his week 2 Coachella set. I thought this was a really wholesome moment. As you may know, Billie Eilish was the biggest believer when she was younger, the biggest Justin Bieber fan. And then, they met each other and he helped get her where she is. And now they're really, really vibey best friends. And she kind of came on stage and was collapsing. I'll show you the video, but they were just hugging. And I thought that was really cute. Apart from that, JB hit the sack. Now, really funny moment. Charlize Theron and Timothée Chalamet beef. So Timothée Chalamet, as we know, made that comment about ballet and opera being sort of void and not important. And it's Timothy, read a book, go back to school. But Charlize Theron had this to say on the red carpet. In 10 years, AI will be able to do Timothy's job, but it will not be able to replace a person on stage dancing live. Clocked him to smithereens. Put him in his place. Charlize Theron is a legend. Absolute queen. I mean, love her. She knows what she's talking about, and I do agree with what she's saying. Timothy's a stage actor. Not a stage actor, rather a screen actor. AI will be able to take his job. And to be honest, he's a good actor, but so many of them, he's just a dickhead. Just stop. You're just a man. You're just shriveled. You're like a peanut. Go back to school. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's yes, you're dating a Jenner. We get it. Still don't know how that's working, This man needs to stop. And I'm glad Charlize put him in his place. She knows what she's talking about. That's all I'm saying. Well, that's it for today's episode. Glad you tuned in again. And I will see you next time in not too long.